Hello, at the beginning of the video, I would like to ask nicely, consider subscribing to my channel. That's it. Let's go with the video. Should you participate in the 10x event for Valkyrie? I don't know. That decision's on you. What I do know is Valkyrie is a ridiculous character. I have a couple of her. I've one fully booked. I've used both of them against clan boss at the same time. I've used them in a variety of arena, in dungeons, everything. Valkyrie is one of the best, if not arguably the best character to have on your roster if you could just pick one character. If you started a new game, brand new game, and you picked Valkyrie, could arguably be the best choice. The reason is there's only 3 characters in the game that does what she does, and that's put counterattack on everybody. But if we're talking absolutely everybody, including herself, she's one of only 2, including Martyr and Valkyrie, who do that. On top of it, she's also good in arena. If we just go into arena and just throw one of the Valkyries I have randomly in here, where is she? Let's just throw the one that's higher power. Let's throw this one, okay? She's also usable in arena. Why is she usable in arena? Well, one, she hits really hard because of her base defense. She has ridiculous base defense. She also gives counterattack. But look at the shield. Look how large the shield is, okay? It's basically doubling everyone's health. This is really what it comes down to when it comes to why people like this character over Martyr, is because of how large the shield is. The counterattack will be up at the same amount of time, but Martyr provides debuff options, while Valkyrie provides very necessary sustain. It gives you a way to mitigate impact, large impactful damage, one-shot AoEs, things like that. And you need that, especially in clan boss. If you are trying to counter the standard clan boss giant AoE, guess what? Valkyrie's perfect for that. The shield will last 2 turns. It'll eat the first and the second one. She's also good in arena. She's good everywhere. Okay, I don't need to convince you that this character is good. What I can tell you, however, is that if you do acquire this character, she's automatically usable in the following areas. Fire Knight. I'm just going to say any dungeon, because you can find a use for her in any dungeon, okay? Maybe not Spider, but, still. But namely, Fire Knight here. Arena, she's useful in arena. Clan boss is the big one. Okay, clan boss, she's phenomenal in. She's in my team all the time on clan boss. I can 1-key Nightmare, and I'm getting close to the 2-key on Ultra Nightmare. It's still a 3-key at the moment. Yeah, I mean, she's as good as it gets. Do I really need to convince you this? Look at her base defense, 1597. It's ridiculous. If you have plus 60% defense on the boots, 60% defense on the chest, 60% defense, etc. Okay, it's a lot. She's very, very strong. Now, is it worth the 10x event? Because if you look here, maths will tell you even trying to get a legendary is ridiculous. And then you're pulling like 1 out of 70 legendaries. And even if it's a 10x, let's say at the most basic crappy napkin math here, it's like 1 out of 50, 1 out of 100, right? To try to get the legend. I mean, how it's 1 out of 200. Look, 0.5%. Okay, 1 out of 200, try to get the legendary. And then on top of that, it's like 1 out of 7 to try to get the exact one, because there's about 70 legendaries and it's 10x the Valkyrie, yada, yada. So it's like 1 out of 7 on top of it. So what is that, like 1 in 1400 or something? The odds of you actually pulling this legendary are very, very, very little. Okay, during the Queen Eva 10x, I actually pulled a couple shards just as a joke, and I ended up getting a Nethro. Like, I didn't even pull the Queen Eva. Every single time there's been a 10x, I have never pulled the character that the 10x was for. And I have pulled multiple legendaries during that, through every single 10x. So for that reason, be careful if you do want to go all in on this Valkyrie. Keep in mind, if you do go for it, you're going to need books too, okay? If we talk about this, should you do the Valkyrie, you're also going to need books. So if you look at it here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 books just to get the cooldown, okay? So you have to have 6 books. And then on top of it, her basic attack has 5 books also. So you could hit the basic attack 5 times before you even hit this. That's what's happened to me. So it cost me 11 books just to get this move max. This one doesn't have a level, okay? She's obviously amazing in clan boss. I mean, here's kind of towards the end of the run. I put in a Nethro because it's a red one at the moment. But the shields are what keep you alive in clan boss. The AoEs hit the shields, and then you counterattack into it. It's an amazing combo. The defense up from Alton also provides an additional source of defense, so the shields are even bigger because the shield scales upon the defense. Long story short, Valkyrie will change your game. If you pull her, it will completely change your game in a way that no other character really has the potential to do, except maybe something like a Battle or a Dracomorph. The type of characters that you're lucky if you ever pull, regardless of how much money you spend. So if you do get the Valkyrie, congratulations. You won the game in an aspect, but you're going to need books. You're going to need really good defense gear that also has good speed secondaries. So keep that in mind, whether or not that's something you really want to pursue, okay? Here's just an example of this team I threw together here. Here's 16.7 million on Ultra Nightmare, Longbeard's geared for Arena, Nethros not geared well, et cetera, Bathos for Arena, and yada, yada. So you have a team that even with more or less trash setup for Ultra Nightmare, you can still do damage because of the Valkyrie counterattack, Longbeard and all that too, but the Valkyrie counterattack is really kind of what it comes down to. Now, in Faction Wars, this is the only time I'm going to mention this here, is Faction Wars, she is more or less one of the only people. Where is it? Barbarian. Where's Barbarian? There it is. Okay, in Faction Wars, she's one of the only people. It opens in 3 hours. We'll be able to test this. She's one of the only people, if I can get this out, that is any good in Barbarian Faction Wars at all, because you basically need legendaries to clear this one. Barbarian's not exactly an easy one. The options are limited. If you look, you go to the index here and you go to Barbarians, your options are really limited. I mean, these characters are not exactly amazing. You would have to use like Shaman or something, So getting Valkyrie, if you do Polar, will be a huge boon to your Faction Wars as well. Okay, so this event starts tomorrow. The 10X is going to start tomorrow or in approximately 12 hours from the posting of this video. These are the current things that are going to be going on here. It's going to show up when the Summon Rush shows up. Basically, we got the Dungeon Diver event. I'm going for the Void Shard. That would be nice. There's a legendary skill to him. As well as there is, if you check out this here, in the tournaments, there is currently the Spider tournament going on, and I've been working on the Spider because I desperately need gear for Valkyrie. Believe it or not, I'm actually working on trying to get Valkyrie gear. So if we go here and we go to new, let's scroll down and see what we got here. Where is my Barbarian gear? Did we not? We got absolutely no Barbarian. We got no new Barbarian pieces out of 3,000 Spider energy. Okay. Also, kind of as a random point, if you do end up getting her and you're going to work on her, maybe consider going in here and upgrading your Great Hall a little bit on the defense. Give her a little extra defense. I know it's not something that needs to be prioritized. Like crit damage is important, resistance is important, accuracy is important, etc. But this is a way to give her kind of a bump up because you can get another 20% increased defense, which is about another 300 defense for her as well in the Great Hall. So don't forget to work on that if you do actually pull her and you want to kind of min-max her. And then in my previous video, I was talking about all the dungeons, but Ice Golem has the defense gear, and defense gear is pretty good on her too. Like I'll show you, obviously you want to use lifesteal if you're trying to sustain and you don't have a way of healing her at like a bad L or something, but you can also get defense gear here, which if you check this out, you can get some pretty good defense gear. Like I've been liking this stuff. It's not, it's not perfect, not yet, but I'm slowly, piece by piece, I've been, unlocking more and more defensive gear, and I'm trying to get to the point where I can have both a defense set as well as a lifesteal set, and have, the goal you're looking for anyway, if you can get, is 6,000, 7,000 defense right around there is what you're trying to get to anyway. Okay, so let's bring it on home with a conclusion. Valkyrie. Is this character a top-tier character? Yes. Valkyrie. Is this a character worth acquiring, worth chasing for? Yeah. Is it worth acquiring, chasing for in the 10X event? Probably not. The reason is like I've said, I'm Darth Microtransaction. You guys know I like doing shard openings. I've done a lot of these shard openings, and during my time doing the shard openings, I have never pulled the character that the 10X was for, and not that I can remember anyway. And I don't really think I'm going to pull one that the 10X is for, and I've spent a lot of money chasing it. So if I'm an example for you, I personally would say no, it's not worth chasing. I don't think there is a character in the game that the 10X is worth chasing. I didn't chase for Sifi, and Sifi would have been the arena in-game that would have then got me unkillable, gear and all that. I didn't chase for her because I just don't believe 10Xs are worth it, ever. I did chase Draco. Actually, I did trace Dracomorph because that was like a meme at that point. I've been trying so hard to get that one. And I think we were in like 600 or something at that point. That was right before the 30-day strike. And no, we didn't get them either. So I I don't think it's worth chasing. Even though this is the best character in the game, and this might be your best chance to get that best character, I still do not believe this is where you want to spend your money. I think you'd want to spend your money on the 2X events if you're limited. And hey, we're all limited on money, right? So that's the long and short of it. Is good character, yes. Use all your money now trying to get her? No, I don't think so. I love you guys all. Hope this video was enjoyable, informative. It did something for you. If it did, consider paying me back with a sub. That'd be awesome, because unfortunately, your boy needs 70,000 more for the plaque. Ah!